Good evening, folks. Once again, I bring you another game, another day, another time to share what's been going on with me. And now that I'm fully plugged in, I get to do this because this time around, this is more like me watching them playing. And it is based off a game that has been otherwise known as somewhere else from what we know it here. And this game that I'm about to present to you is this. It's Pat Riley Basketball, brought to us by Sega of 1990. In in Japan and Europe, it's called Super Real Basketball. Ugh. I've been sniffling ever since. I don't know what is going on. I hope I'm not getting sick. Ugh. I've been through a lot as of late. Would I be surprised if I did get sick after all the stuff I've been doing? And what if I were to get sick? Then what? No, but I've been quite busy as of late. Mainly, the stuff I've been doing, aside from doing LPs, is, well, I've been playing a lot of LPs as of late. I finished Dragon Ball Kai, which I am so grateful for doing. I've done a few shit-tastic games, which you have probably seen, or probably have not seen yet. But you will probably laugh your ass off as much as I did earlier. Some told me I should have cheated. But anyway, what's been going outside of LPing? Basically, I've been busy with work. I've been busy trying to get my my flyer together, rather, as well as see how the money situation is working out on our end. Because I do need to order a few books for my upcoming book signing event. I have to tell you, never have I felt so much pressure in all my life. Last night, I just kind of had it, I just felt the pressure just kind of build up and, blow up at somebody else, and it wasn't at me. Talking about last night. You see, what happened last night was kind of stupid. Something that happened while they were out, my folks, rather. They did something stupid, or actually, the old man did something stupid, and the police were going to throw him in jail. Ugh. Well, to think about it, wait a minute. That would have been the first time, and excuse me for yawning, I just woke up not too long ago. So I'm kind of like sitting here trying to wake myself up. Oh, plus I had something to eat earlier. Much earlier. So, the stuff that has been going on is me trying to get my work together. Now, I wake up earlier, fix myself some breakfast. Simply because I do this stuff late in the morning. Because what I usually do when I'm on YouTube is, usually I watch videos until, like, say, I don't know, midnight. I usually just want to, comment and everything, everything else. But I don't comment to everybody's video. I'm going to comment to some videos. But other than that, all I do is just that. So I wonder, off the top of my head, I wonder exactly what I should say. As well for my friends whom I usually talk to on Skype. I only have like 2 people I actually do talk to on Skype. And those 2 people actually do make up random co-op. Besides myself, there are 2 people that I usually play co-op with. One you heard earlier was Ryu, and of course, the other one happens to be Sheena. So you hear both of them sometimes, or at least one of them you hear, who play beside me, or play next to me, or watch me play and we comment, or whatever. Let me just say, it's been like the most weirdest thing. Well, it's not weird by saying that random co-op is weird. No, it's not weird. Rather a good thing. No, the thing that happened today was it was so weird. But yet, I got fed up with, being in a word pissed off. I'm so tired of people pissing me off. Namely, my folks would piss me off. So what happened? I told that old man to go stick it. He told me, we should... I said, look, if you're going to tell me what I should do, then how about you start? How about you do that? Don't tell me that. So I'm already going through something. You're not helping the situation. I'm already going through something. And like I said, between me ordering books, me making the flyers and everything, and me trying to get the word out, what have you been doing? What have you been doing to help the situation? You haven't been doing a goddamn thing. Therefore, I am quite tired. Yeah, I am quite tired. I have been quite tired of it. Excuse me. I mean, it's hard. It's very hard to try to do. It's very hard trying to honestly keep up with everything. Like, for instance, I do the dishes. What happens? As soon as I do the dishes, one day, they turn out dirty the next. I decided, no. Unless you're going to do the dishes, I'm not going to do the dishes. Because every time that happens, they end up dirty. So you don't end up cleaning them. You just let them stink to be damned. Now I know what I'm thinking. My folks are getting up there. But really, I'm only one person. I've been trying to work everything else for this one moment in my life in which I just want to get it over with, get something out of it, feel proud of myself because I'm actually the first person in my family to actually be a full-fledged author. And that's saying something. I mean, that really is saying something. I guess the only thing I want them to do is actually just stop yelling, stop screaming, stop doing this and stop doing that. Among everything else, stop treating me like a kid. So, I do this stuff every night. Big deal. At least it is something. It is something worth my time. It is something worth my energy. To actually do games for at least, like, say, 2-3 hours. If I was doing a game earlier and I was going through level after level after level, like, say, do 5 levels per night or whatnot, or get through an RPG at least for, like, 3-4 dungeons at a time. At least for 20 to 30 minutes. So I swear I'm trying to make everything count for the time I do these parts. Aside from many other things I try to do, yes, I'm a freaking net activist too. And I feel like I'm just preaching to the choir, it seems. Because I try, I honestly try. As an LPer, I try. As a person, I try. I mean, for pity's sake, I have cerebral palsy. And the only time that I can actually make sense of talking is when I'm really upset. Or when I'm really fed up. Or when I'm playing a video game. And trying to explain what I'm doing. So that those who are playing this game, they want to follow, that's fine. I don't mind. Actually, that's a good thing. And Denver is wiping the floor with Boston. How the fuck does that work? Oh, if only basketball was actually like that in real life, maybe it might be more enjoyable to watch. Anyway, players don't have any names. I don't really give a shit. No, but it is really hard. They don't see it that way. Like, no, well, you're young. I'm 32 years old. I doubt I'm actually going to stay young. I say, here's what I figure. 10 years from now, I would possibly get married again. I don't know. 10 years from now, yeah, I suppose I would get married again. After I make myself, very much successful in my career as an author and everything. I have a place of my own. Everything be worked out. I'd still be an LPer. Because I have the funds. I will have the funds to do that. Aside from that, yeah, I'm just looking forward to doing something in my life. And the only thing I ask is that after this whole thing blows over with this one deal that may change my life, that will probably change my life, The one thing that will probably change my life would be that. Just one book signing event, and after that, then I probably wanted to go to Barnes and Nobles, some place with a reputation, set myself up with something great. Oh, by the way, yes, there is a sequel to this book, which I am currently working on. But I probably won't release it until probably next year or so. But like I said, first book, I'm just going to let that sit out. Then the second book, which is not going to be a novel, it's going to be a book of poetry. I'm pretty sure most people like poetry, so, I mean, I am a poet by trade when I'm not doing stories. I usually, write poems. And it's like I said before, it's how I see the world, That's how I see, when I do poetry, that's how I do it. I see it within my own eyes. See what's affecting me, what's affecting the world and everything else. That goes without saying, me trying to do everything in my power to raise net awareness and everything else. I mean, I honestly try, but I'm tired of screaming. Trying to be an activist, trying to say, oh, the government is evil, and this is going on, and that's going on. Won't you please do something about this? Blah, 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 blah. I've done such and such. I've done blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And then again, I've tried. There's not much I can possibly do at this point in time. Except that, stay as an LPer / author. Continue doing what I'm doing. And, 10 years from now, who knows? My channel would still be up. I possibly would still be doing LPs. And, well, yeah. That's probably what would happen. But in any case, yeah. I mean, it's been real hectic. Most people don't know, it's been real hectic. I mean, it's like the first month of 2012, already facing the crisis. We've been pushing these bills back for so long. And yet I still feel like writing a letter to my senator. I may do that. I constantly think, okay, so what's wrong with video games? What's wrong with us having video games? What's wrong with us playing video games? What's wrong with us showing that we can play this game? I see nothing wrong with it. I mean, video games is a form of art. It takes a lot of people to actually make one video game, let alone a series. I mean, you got a person doing the design work, the artwork, design and artwork, the music, having the money for voice actors and everything, if the game requires voice actors. It's like you're making a big picture, and you want to make sure you have all these colors, all these little details, every little thing like that. And yet, the stuff that that goes through the time and the effort for making one game, it's money. It's really money. I mean, even making the story costs money. And doing a story is no easy task. I mean, I make stories for a living. Or actually, yeah, I made stories, and not one of them have ever been published. Because for the most part, they've been anime crossovers, and they have never been original stories until this first one. So, it takes time, energy, and money. I mean, I got the time to make a story and the energy to do so, just not the money. I figured what I would do after this first, this first book signing event will be just go somewhere to eat, sit down, and just focus on eating. Not listen to a damn thing. Just say, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy it. Sit there. People want to find me. They can find me. You know where to find me. Blah blah this. Blah blah that. Like I said, I am not only an author, a poet, but I'm also a former world traveler and an online personality. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I try. Lord knows it's not easy trying to beat a game within a month. But I figure, I'd be different because I can speed run through a game. I mean, what I would like to do is, if I could get up early enough, do a few parts of a game, of one game, pick it back up later, and that's just one day. Like say do 8 parts of one game, and then after which upload it, then shut down. After it's uploaded, shut down, wait for comments. After that, do it again. Get up early, upload a few parts to a different game. Same thing, four in the day, 4 at night. Upload them all, just like that. Different game, but I still be making progress. Speaking of games, what's going to happen next month is I may do 2 games. I know one is going to be Final Fantasy. I don't know which Final Fantasy though. It's a toss-up between or Legend or Adventure, and the second one. The second one is 3, because really, not many people actually look at Final Fantasy 3, and I mean the NES version, not the DS version. I had the DS version. I really didn't like it as much as the NES version, because they made it a tad bit harder. They made the enemies a tad bit harder, and I really don't like that. I mean, sure, I don't mind enemies hitting me and everything, but come on now. Make it so, they don't be too overpowering, like Legacy of Ease. Although the only problem I have with that game is the lack of gold you get for killing an enemy. That's my thing. I may consider that doing it in the future, but right now I'm not. I don't plan on doing anything like that. But I possibly will ease up on the RPG, the hard stuff RPG rather. That's just me though. I might just ease up. I might do the Quintet series. Now the Quintet series is, Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terra Enigma. Or actually, it should be the Creation series. Because that's all it was about. It was about creation. But in any case, yeah. Next month, that's what I plan to do. I plan to do 2 Final Fantasy games and, of course, a weekend project. Namely, it will be Bahamut Lagoon. Now, the thing with Bahamut Lagoon is I actually did play it once, but I never did finish it. So, actually, what I am going to do is I'm going to play it and finish it. Now, mind you, that's how it's going to be, since I have 2 or 3 games, considering how long they are. What I may do is I may just piece them together. I'll just take a night to do it. And after that, upload them another night. And after which, I think, yeah. I'll just do it the same way I did with all the other games. Like I have 1 game per night. Like I would do Legend one night, 3 another night, and for the rest of the week, Bahamut Lagoon. So it'll be real easy on myself. So I won't be doing too much, but I'll be doing enough. So I think that will work. But I think I've said enough though. I mean, really, life's just been really, really, really hectic for me, and I, for one, I've been trying my best to take it easy, not do too much, but do enough. And I'm just going by what my fortune tells me, And that fortune just happens to be what I say on my Skype. If at first you succeed, try something harder. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying something harder. So on that note, I'll probably be watching the rest of this tournament going on. But I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me rant, sharing my thoughts and everything else. So with that, yeah, that'll do with the Tenkaichi file of January. Stay tuned for some future LPs in the near future. Namely Bahamut Lagoon, Final Fantasy 3, and possibly Final Fantasy Legend. So with that, I have been the Tenkaichi of Gaming, Ichigo Mosco, aka Pookie7, and I wish you a good night, a good morning, and a good day, wherever you are along the interwebs. I've been Tenkaichi Muso out, so no Tenkaichi Muso for now. So anyway, take care and so long.